The Eurocopter EC135 is a twin-engine civil helicopter produced by Airbus Helicopters. It is capable of flight under instrument flight rules and is outfitted with digital flight controls. It entered service in 1996. Over 1,000 aircraft have been produced to date. It is widely used by police and ambulance services and for executive transport. By 2013, more than 500 EC135s were providing helicopter emergency medical services across the world. While the EC135 is primarily used by civil operators, a combat-capable military-orientated variant of the EC135, designated as the Eurocopter EC635, has also been produced. Development Origins The EC135 started development prior to the formation of Eurocopter under Messerschmitt Bar Paragraph LKOW Bloch under the designation BO 108 in the 1970s. MBB developed it in partnership with all copyright Rospartiel. The BO 108 was initially intended to be a technology demonstrator, combining attributes of the successful MBB BO 105 with new advances and an aerodynamically streamlined design. Technologies included on the BO 108 included the first full authority digital engine controls on a helicopter, a bearingless main rotor, and the adoption of a new transmission. The first prototype made its first flight on October 17, 1988, powered by two Allison 250C20A/1 engines. A second BO 108 followed on June 5, 1991. This time with two turbo-Mecha TM319-1BA Rears engines. Unlike later production aircraft, both technology demonstrators flew with conventional tail rotors. In the late 1990s, the design was revised with the introduction of the Fenestron tail rotor system, an advanced rigid main rotor, composite materials, and resonance isolation systems. It was decided to pursue a full certification program, resulting in the production of two pre-production prototypes. At the same time, it was chosen to give the BO 108 a new designation of EC135 to correspond with the newly created Eurocopter company. At this point, it was decided that the EC135 should be developed with the option of being powered by two competing engines, the turbo-Mecha Rears 2B and the Pratt & Whitney Canada PW206B engines. Two pre-production prototypes were built in 1994 powered by either engine. Both power plants proved to be successful and were used on subsequent production aircraft. In January 1995, the EC135 made its first public appearance at the Heli Expo convention at Las Vegas, at which prospective buyers were reportedly impressed with its appearance and performance figures. Another feature which became apparent upon entering service was the low noise levels produced, in part due to its Fenestron tail. The EC135 was the quietest aircraft in its class for more than 15 years. Despite the helicopter's design being primarily orientated towards emergency medical operators, the EC135 had considerable appeal to a wide range of operators. European JAA certification was achieved on June 16, 1996, with FAA approval following on July 31. On December 2, 1999, the EC135 was granted single-pilot IFR certification by Germany's Luftfahrtbundesamt. In December 2000, the United Kingdom's Civil Aviation Authority also gave the EC135 SPIFR certification. Further development In 2000, Eurocopter announced the start of certification work on the EC135P2, powered by the Pratt & Whitney Canada PW206B2, offering improved single-engine performance and 30-second emergency power. The LBA certification was achieved on July 10, 2001, and the first EC135 with the new engines was handed over to the Swedish police on August 10, 2001. In September 2002, the EC135T2 equipped with the improved turbo-Mecha Rears 2B2 was made available, also providing for improved single-engine performance. In 2002, the EC135 Active Control Technology Demonstrator Flying Helicopter Simulator, a research aircraft designed to test fiber optic-based flight control systems, undertook its first flight. In 2014, Airbus Helicopters began flying the Eurocopter demonstrator aircraft, built to explore more efficient design elements, including economy-optimized single-engine operations, blue-edge swept rotor blades to reduce noise and increase efficiency, a relocated horizontal stabilizer outside the main rotor's downwash, an active rudder, and new water-based external paint. These changes were aimed at cutting fuel consumption by 40%. At the NBAA in March 2007 in Atlanta, Eurocopter unveiled La Euro unregistered trademark copyright Helicopter EC635 Hermes S, a special edition VIP model designed by Hermes International, SA. It features a customized luxury four-place main cabin, a sliding glass partition, a corporate baggage hold, redesigned skid landing gear and other external changes. The launch customer for the type is Falcon Aviation Services, based in Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates. In July 2014, Airbus Helicopters announced that it was making further personalization options available for the EC135 La Euro unregistered trademark helicopter per Hermes. In 2011, Eurocopter formalized a license manufacturing agreement with Tsungu International Group to produce the EC135 luxury helicopter in Zhejiang Province, China. In October 2015, a letter of intent between Airbus Helicopters and Eurocopter was signed for the establishment of a final assembly line in Qingdao Province, China. A related $1.1 billion order for 100 Chinese-assembled H-135s was announced in the same month. The majority of assembly work on the type remains at Airbus Helicopters' Denora Paragraph RTH facility. To improve variants, the EC135T3 and EC135P3 were developed with improved high-altitude and hover performance. Changes include repositioned air intakes to the engines, wider blades being installed on the main rotor, and changes to the Fenstron anti-torque tail device. The EC135T3 was introduced to service in December 2014. Design. The EC135 is a twin-engine rotorcraft. It can be alternatively powered by a pair of Turbo-Mika Arias 2B or Pratt & Whitney Canada PW206B engines, dependent on customers' preference. The main rotor is of a four-bladed, bearingless fiber composite design. Progressive improvements to the main rotor have increased its performance and reduced maintenance costs since the type's introduction. The EC135 holds the distinction of being the quietest helicopter in its class, featuring an anti-resonance isolation system to dampen vibration from the main rotor. The type's Fenestron anti-torque device can be actively regulated via HINR rotor optimization mode, which provides for greater controllability during higher weight takeoff and landings. It is capable of performing Category A operations throughout its full flight envelope. The EC135 can be equipped with either a conventional flight deck or the avionic Novell glass cockpit, the latter allows for single-pilot instrument flight rules operation. The glass cockpit is equipped with several liquid crystal displays, including two sextant SMD45 displays and a central panel display. The main avionics suite is supplied by Thales Group. The EC135 can be outfitted with various avionics suites from manufacturers such as Russian firm Transys Aviation and British firm Britannia 2000. The newer H135 model can be equipped with a 4-axis autopilot, which is included as part of the Helionics avionics suite. This suite provides the H135 a greater level of commonality with several other Airbus helicopters produced rotorcraft including the H145, H160 and H175. Earlier versions of the EC135 were equipped with a 3-axis autopilot with integrated stability augmentation. Featuring a first limit indicator, simplifying engine and torque monitoring. Cockpit touch screens can be optionally installed. Various cabin and cockpit configurations are available for the EC135, depending on the role performed and the operator's preferences. It can hold up to 5 passengers and a pilot when configured with a standard executive interior, or 7 passengers in a dense corporate interior. Modular multi-role interiors that allow the main cabin area to be quickly changed and re-equipped are also available. The main cabin of the EC135 is accessed either by large doors on either side of the cabin, or by clamshell doors located at the rear of the cabin, directly underneath the aircraft's tail boom. The clamshell doors are particularly attractive to emergency medical services and cargo operators. Various medical facilities can be installed in the cabin, such as in-flight intensive care stations, incubators, and hygiene-convenient flooring. In a mountain rescue configuration, the cabin can be simultaneously accommodate 2 stretchers as well as the pilot, anesthetist, winch operator, mechanic and mountain rescue specialist. Airbus Helicopters has promoted the airframe's various configurations as possessing unique adaptability for various missions, including utility work, commercial transportation, and training roles. Equipment for the law enforcement role include external loudspeakers, rappelling system, searchlights with laser pointers, left or right mounted hoists, and electro-optical sensors. For offshore oil and gas operations, the rotorcraft can be fitted with weather search radars, emergency flotation aids, energy-absorbent seating, Class D certified external hoists, and crash-resistant fuel cells. An external hook can be installed to carry undisslung loads of up to 272 kilograms for cargo missions. In a training capacity, features such a light aircraft recording system, intuitive human-machine interface, specific training modules, and a one-engine inoperative training mode, and full ground simulators, may be selected. Operational history. Deliveries started on August 1, 1996, when 2 helicopters were handed over to Deutsche Rettungsflugwacht. The 100th EC135 was handed over to the Bavarian Police Force in June 1999. By which point the worldwide fleet had accumulated approximately 30,000 flight hours. In September 2003, the 300th EC135 was handed over to UK-based McAlpine Helicopters. At this point, the EC135 was the best-selling new light twin-engine helicopter in the UK market. In 2011, Eurocopter announced that the 1000th EC135 to be produced had been delivered to German operator ADAC, roughly 15 years following the start of production. In 2012, Flying Magazine recognized the EC135 as being the industry's best-selling twin-engine helicopter. The world fleet leader in flight hours for the type is GNESV, operated by Cleveland Police Air Operations Unit based at Durham Tees Valley Airport, UK. Originally delivered to the Northeast Air Support Unit in April 1999, it was the first EC135 worldwide to attain a total of 10,000 flying hours. In 2009, the EC135 was the first aircraft selected for offshore wind support in the UK after the Civil Aviation Authority approved helicopter operations to the Greater Gabbard offshore wind farm. The EC135 has also been used in Denmark to support the Horns Rev offshore wind farm. By 2013, over 10,000 successful personnel transfers have taken place using the type. In Mexico, Ipua Logistico or Copyright Rio has operated a fleet of EC-135s for servicing the extensive oil and gas offshore platforms in the Gulf of Mexico. In 2013, it was reported that the EC-135 was currently providing roughly 25% of the world's total emergency medic services flights, and that over 500 EC-135s have been delivered to in an aeromedical configuration. By late 2013, during which a brief grounding of the type was instigated due to safety concerns of fuel gauges, it was noted that the EC-135 made up half of the UK's operational air ambulance fleet. In October 2014, the first EC-135 air ambulance to be delivered in the Chinese market took place. The German Army operates a total of 14 EC-135s as basic trainers at the School of Army Aviation in Bar-1-Kortekberg. These have had an average operational availability in excess of 95%. In 2014, the German Army noted that there was potential for vibration-induced rotor cracking during a tour rotation training, shortening the life of the main rotor. In October 2014, the Australian Department of Defence announced that the EC-135 would be procured as the primary training platform for both the Australian Army and Royal Australian Navy. A total of 13 EC-135 trainers have been procured by the Japanese Maritime Self-Defense Force. They have been designed as the TH-135. In December 2014, the first production EC-135T3 formally entered service with IAD Alpine Dolomites, a mountain rescue operator based in Italy. In June 2015, Airbus Helicopters delivered the first retrofitted H-135 from the earlier EC-135 standard. Changes include an enlarged main rotor, relocated engine air intakes, elevated engine performance, and the horizontal stabilizer's end plates removed and its span increased. In October 2015, Waypoint Leasing and Airbus Helicopters signed an agreement for the acquisition of up to 20 EC-135 for public leasing purposes. Variants: EC-135P1, powered by two 463 kW Pratt & Whitney Canada PW206B. Later versions have the center panel display system. Initial maximum takeoff weight of 2,630 kg, later raised to 2,720 kg and then 2,835 kg, EC-135T1, powered by two 435 kW, TOP rating, Turbo Mika Rias 2B12B1A1. Later versions have the CPDS. Initial MTOW of 2,630 kg, later raised to 2,720 kg and then 2,835 kg, EC-135P2, powered by two 463 kW Pratt & Whitney Canada PW206B2. Increased thermodynamic and mechanical EI ratings. Replaced EC-135P1 in production in August 2001. EC-135T2, powered by two 452 kW Turbo Mika Rias 2B2. Increased thermodynamic and mechanical EI ratings. Replaced EC-135T1 in production in August 2002. EC-135P2 Plus, latest current production version with 498 kW PW206B2, plus a 2,910 kg MTOW upgrade, extended component time between overhaul, and a change in the main transmission lubricating oil. Built in Germany and Spain. EC-135T2 Plus, latest current production version with 473 kW Rias 2B2 engines, plus a 2,910 kg MTOW upgrade, extended component TBOs, and a change in the main transmission lubricating oil. Built in Germany and Spain. EC-135P2 Plus, marketing designation of aircraft with increased MTOW of 2,950 kg within restricted flight envelope. EC-135T2 Plus, marketing designation of aircraft with increased MTOW of 2,950 kg within restricted flight envelope. EC-135P3, powered by two 528 kW PW206B3 engines, plus a 2,980 kg MTOW upgrade, and significant increased OEI, kata, and hot high performance. Market introduction in 2014. EC-135T3, powered by two 492 kW Rias 2B2 Plus engines, plus a 2,980 kg MTOW upgrade, and significant increased OEI, kata, and hot high performance. Market introduction in 2014. EC635 per hour 135M, military variant originally developed to meet a Portuguese Army requirement for a fire support and medical evacuation helicopter. Presently, operated by Jordan, Swiss and Iraqi armed forces. TH-135, military training variant developed from the EC-135T2+. Operators: the EC-135 is popular with air charter companies, air ambulance operators and is operated by private individuals and companies. Military operators Brazil, Brazilian Air Force, Gabon, Gabonese Air Force, Germany, German Army, Ireland, Irish Air Corps, Japan, Japan Maritime Self-Defense Force, Morocco, Royal Moroccan Gendarmerie, Spain, Spanish Army Airmobile Force. Government operators Austria, Federal Police, Canada, Ontario Provincial Police, Croatia, Croatian Police, Czech Republic, State Police, Germany, Federal Police, State Police, Ireland, Garda Air Support Unit, Japan, Japanese National Police, Lithuania, State Border Guard, Netherlands, National Police, Norway, Norwegian Police Service, Poland, Lotnish Pogotoi Ratunkau, Romania, Romanian Police, SMURD, Slovenia, Slovenian National Police, Spain, National Police Corps of Spain, Civil Guard, Sweden, Swedish Police Authority, United Kingdom, Northwest Air Ambulance, operated by Bond Air Services, Police Scotland, Scottish Ambulance Service, Northern Lighthouse Board, National Police Air Service, United States, Broward County Sheriff, Massachusetts State Police, University of Tennessee Medical Center Lifestar. Air Ambulance. Accidents and Incidents. On November 29, 2013, a Police Scotland EC135 T2 crashed into a pub in Glasgow, Scotland. 3 occupants of the aircraft were killed, as well as 7 patrons of the pub. The cause of the accident is under investigation. Specifications. Data from Eurocopter EC135 2008 Tech Data Book, General Characteristics, Crew, 1 pilot, Capacity, up to 7 passengers or 2 crew and 2 patients or 1,455 kilograms payload, length, 10.2 meters, height, 3.51 m, empty weight, 1,455 kilograms, max takeoff weight, 2,910 kilograms, power plant, TUA, Turbo Mike Rias 2B2 turboshaft engines, 472 kilowatts each, or 2X Pratt & Whitney Canada PW206B turboshaft engines rated at 463 kilowatts, main rotor diameter, 10.2 m, main rotor area, 81.7 m2, performance, cruising speed, 254 km per hour, never exceed speed, 287 km per hour, range, 635 km, service ceiling, 6,096 m, rate of climb, 7.62 meters per second. See also. Related development, paragraph LKOW BO 105, Eurocopter EC145, Eurocopter EC635, aircraft of comparable role, configuration and era, Edgar Storsland AW109, Bell 427, Bell 429, Eurocopter AS350 Accuril, Eurocopter AS355 Accuril 2, MD Helicopters MD Explorer, MBB Kawasaki BK117, HAL DHOUV, related lists, list of helicopters. References. Citations Bibliography External links, Eurocopter Euro EC135, Eurocopter EC135 a Euro La Euro unregistered trademark Ha copyright Lycopter Repa Hermazar Euro unregistered trademark, rth.info a Eurocopter EC135, European Aviation Safety Agency Type Certificate Datasheet, BlueSkyRotor.com Performance Datasheet of EC135 T2+.